Hey there, everyone. So, painting this big old bugger from Dead Zone. You can tell I haven't done this for a while. I'm not ready at all. I've got brush ready or anything. Bloody amateur. Because I need a reference picture at some point for this bad boy to see where all the recesses and sections are for him. Anyone can tell me if the sound is okay and everything like that, all the balance, that music's not too loud, blah blah blah. Be very helpful. Keeping him in the right place as well, yeah. I know at some point my camera is going to catch me out because it will turn itself off after half an hour. At the moment I'm absolutely guessing where all the pinky bits are. Not stuck on very well. Go on, you bugger. No good. Need a reference image. What the hell is he called again? Dead Zone Plague something? Plague Leader. Not really, that's not what I mean, but he's an alpha. That's what he is. He's gonna be an alpha. I think. Mr. Tony Howell. How the bloody hell are we, dear boy? That's what I'm after. This is what we're aiming for. If I can get it focused. Him. That's what we want. Although, I don't know if I want him quite as pink as that. How you doing, dear boy? Are you well? Can you tell me is the sound all right, etc., etc.? Okay. Maybe I do want him that pink. Just didn't think all of his forearms and that would be pink like that. Okay, I get it. I get it. Doing good here. Painting too. Sounds good. What you painting, mate? What you painting? You much of a user of the old contrast paints, dear boy? If I'm talking and the music is like it is at the moment, reasonably loud for me, is that all right? Is it? I want it literally just like a little bit of background noise. It's very hard to test that yourself. The crew from the Nautilus for the Lost World Exodus. Nice. Music is just right. Beautiful. Thought it looked right on my levels, but you can never tell. Nice, mate. That sounds like a fun group to paint. If I picked up any of the Wild West Exodus or Lost World Exodus, I would be picking them up really just to paint, but they do look fun. Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, do you use much contrast paint, Tony? I mean, it's one of those things I consider it very much a tool in my toolbox nowadays, rather than I've certainly never considered using contrast paints in the way that they were initially sold as. But at this stage, I love them. Just kind of highlights. I used to do a thing where I used to do a wash over the miniature first. It just showed me where everything was and stuff like that. So I kind of treat a lot of contrast paint sometimes as that stage, but also give me a bit of colour as well, a little bit of colour and shading. I don't quite consider it a base coat, although it can be for certain things. Or no, actually that's not fair. It can be for a lot of things, and often is a base coat for the most part, but probably not so much on this bugger, and also not the fact that he's quite grey, quite dark grey. Never got along with contrast paints, so I gifted mine to Andy. They do seem to have their uses. Yeah, they definitely do. They are handy. It took me a little while to kind of realise what they were, but like I say, I don't believe they are the one thick coat, slop it on, do as you wish that GW sold them as. That, I believe, is a lie. He says as he puts on one big thick coat. Couldn't even believe my own bullshit just then. I lied to myself as I literally went and did what I said it's not for. So how are you, my man? Have you been up to much this weekend? Or up to much for the rest of the weekend? Found the colour saturation to be too vibrant for my style and approach. I tend to a lot more natural. Yeah, well, to be fair, I certainly would have, if somebody had said to me, describe your style of painting, I would have said I don't like a very saturated look. Which, well, actually no. Okay, I will say I'm still probably okay, because it's probably why I tend to like the browns and the flesh tones for contrast, and the greens, the light greens and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, I still am. Oh bloody hell, I knew that was going to happen soon. That happened quicker than I expected. Are we back? Are we back? Yay. Okay, cool. We're back. Yay. I wonder how long that was off for. I've got it on the big screen in front of me, so it shouldn't be too hard for me to notice the massive coloured bars above my face. It was only off for a minute. Lovely. Good. That's just something I'm going to have to put up with. There's no way I can get around that with this camera, and I'm certainly not, for the amount of, for being essentially the laziest live streamer on face of the earth. I'm not spending any extra money. I'm just glad I managed to get this DSLR to work. I didn't think it had. Everything I'd read said it didn't have a clean live feed, but it does. You just need to press a button to make it a clean live feed. So all that time I'd not been doing it. Just needed to get myself a capture card and get one of those fancy Elgato ones. I got one that was 12 quid off Amazon. Works like an absolute peach. I'm not up to our good old boy Andy standards. He's a pro. Although you don't see my head dipping into shot every 5 minutes. Been hobbying for most of the week. Working on the Mansion Doll's House project. Fancy the break. So I'm doing nice. That Doll's House thing, or whatever you want to sort of call it, is awesome. Absolutely fabulous. Creepy as buggery. I really love where you've, like, over lockdown, your sort of thing has really evolved. Just, just doing you, just doing what you want to do. It's satisfying to see. You can just paint what you want to paint, and I feel like the those paint exchange things really seem to bring out the best of Tony. They really allowed you to flourish, kind of, do something for the sake of doing it, and maybe have a modicum of a theme to point towards, but that seems to certainly be, that's your hobby now basically, so it's nice. I did that very quickly. Why did you do that? Oh no, it's because the battery's already going to die. This might not be a very long hobby stream. Hang on. Bugger. Right. Hang on. I'm going to swap some stuff over. I'll be back in a second. It'll have to do now. I'm back. Well, right. So, not as quite as nice a shot as I had before. So that means I have to, as I sort of half suspected, I need to buy the. It's like a thing you can buy to put. It goes into where the battery is, and you plug it straight into the mains. But I thought, these batteries are amazing. That'll last for a stream at least. Wrong. It lasted. Jesus Christ, how long did it last? Not even 20 minutes. Not even 20 bloody minutes. Oh well. Again, just showing off my prowess as a pro streamer. Every time I come back to streaming, all of those pros, Ninja, PewDiePie, insert other famous streamers, they all just quake in their shoes. They don't know what to do. They're like, oh no, he's back. Showing us an alternative method of streaming, i.e. a shit one. Doesn't matter, does it really? Right, that's a load of pink on him. So you're new to this whole Twitch game then, are you, Tony? I really got into Twitch over like lockdown, especially for that like first year. I was watching a lot of Twitch. But I had to actually like. That's why I wasn't on like chatting in Andy's lives for like a decent chunk, because I was just like, right, I've got to stop for a bit. This is just, I'm just wasting so much time just sitting here watching other people be live, you know, and it's fun and it's entertaining and I enjoyed it, but you know, wasn't a productive way of spending my time. Test out 2 of these, because obviously all this is going to be raised bone and sort of stuff, and it's too dark to even bother with the skeleton horde. So I'm going to go with Agros Dunes first, see how that sits, but even that I don't think is going to be dark enough for the amount. Oh no, maybe they will actually. Maybe I do want to go with Skeleton Horde. No, I think this is about right. It's about right, I think. I thinks. You're a real big champion of your local store, aren't you, Tony? It's is it Lancer, Mighty Lancer, something like that. Sure, I bought some Reaper bits from them. How are they getting on with their live streaming? Do they seem to be enjoying it? They're getting stuff out of it? It's a funny old game. Live streaming. It's one of those things, I kind of want to do it and I like doing it, but I always sit there and think, who on earth wants to watch me do anything or listen to me do anything? Well, and as it turns out, for the most of my general amount of viewers, nobody does, which is fine. But thank you for coming along, buddy. Do appreciate it. I'm too haphazard and irregular to remotely be successful as a streamer. I don't take it seriously enough, and you have to, if you want to be a decent live stream, you've got to take it so bloody seriously. But yeah, Mighty Lancer, that's it. I thought it was. I just feel quite affectionate about them. It's just such a small friend. Well, that's nice, buddy. It's nice. And they also seem like a pretty cool little shop because they stock some cool stuff. You know, having all that green stuff world and stuff and things like that. You know, so many places don't do things like that. You know, they just do the moneymaker stuff. You know, the obvious stuff, the classic lines of you know. So it's nice that you do, bud. But yeah, so it seems like a store worth supporting. Don't know why I even got my wet palette out. I'm not going to need it for a little while. They're enjoying it. It's not a professional thing, but it's fun, and the community are all a bunch of mature children with a mischievous trick a mile wide. Nice, like it. As it should be. I take it then, as you're not a fan of contrast paints, you won't be intended to pick up any of the old Army Painter speed paints when they eventually come out. Although they're actually not coming out for a little while. I thought they were, as I was starting to see reviews and bits about them, I thought they'd be coming out sooner than they are, but it's still not. It's still like a bit of a, you know, date to be confirmed, you know, for sometime sort of early next year. From what I've seen of them, I wasn't particularly impressed. I think they just didn't look like they did a job as good as the Citadel ones do. As much as it often pains me to say that. I'm far from a GW fanboy. But when they get it right, they get it right, as far as I'm concerned. Are you painting these to do anything more than just paint them, the Nautilus slot, Tony, or are you just, or are they going to be part of a diorama or something like that? Are you gonna do any more than just paint them? Is what I mean. Good. I want to try as best I can to not dry brush this guy. I mean, he begs to be dry brushed. It would be such an easy way of doing him, but I'm going to try and avoid it as best I can. I've been trying to do a lot more wet blending and stuff as of late, but, a little bit more layering and glazing, but I'm sure I will do some dry brushing on this old boy at some point. It's almost inevitable. Going to have to love you and leave you for now. Having some fun networking. No problem, buddy. Thank you for popping in as always, my man. All the best. Look forward to seeing some of them Nautilus people. Always like to see your stuff, buddy. I meant that in a completely non-sexual way. All these spikes, you know, have a pain in the ass to paint. So hard to just paint a section where the model is just fighting against you every second. anybody who's watching is wondering, this is the Plague Alpha for this one. Is specifically from first edition Dead Zone from Mantic Games, and third edition Dead Zone will be hitting people's tables and mailboxes and whatnot sometime next week, I believe. Pre-orders, I think they said starting to deliver from 25th, so what's that, Monday? No, yeah, Monday, yeah, because my daughter's birthday. Oops. I pre-ordered mine from Goblin Gaming, so I hope it turns up alright. I've unfortunately been bitten pre-ordering from them once before, but they got it sorted in the end. But it was a bit of a ball ache. I don't think it was particularly their fault though. I think it was more Gale Force 9 didn't send people nearly as much stuff as they requested via their pre-orders. Stranger than somebody sitting there talking to themselves. Welcome to my internal monologue. Have fun and enjoy your stay. Whilst writing the internal monologue, please keep all arms, hands within the monologue at all times. He's a lovely gribbly looking bugger. Stream coming through alright? Went funny on that system there for a second. Whichever one that is. What's that? Twitch. Just my crappy internet, no doubt. unfortunately, has a lot of drying left to do. Come out, you bastard. I'll look at it later. Actually, no, because I want to order it. Is that definitely the right one? Jankiest setup of jankiest setups. Oh, maybe there's the right one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just very square. Why is it so square? Okay, yep. Looks like that's the bugger. Monday would be Monday, wouldn't it? Boom. Done. Done and done. Won't have that problem again next time. How you get on? Come on. It's dry. Dry, 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 dry. It's not gonna dry for ages. I could do some of them. I could. Ugh. These are all for a game my son and I love called Destiny's, well, Lucky Duck. It was supposed to be part of the Joan of Arc thing, but that didn't happen for some weird legality thing. So yeah, I'm just trying to like speed paint the lot. So like I've gone through and done like all of the brown on everybody and all of the grey on everybody and blah 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 blah. So let's carry that on while I'm waiting for Big Dude to dry. At least do a round of a colour. But what colour, I hear you ask? That's a very good question. What colour? Let's do a red. Everybody who I think has a red. So right, everybody who's not got any red, it's over here. And then as I do them, they come over here. See, like a little production line. They're wicked little minis, though. Not that you'll be able to see them on this shitty little camera. Look at that werewolf. For a little 15mm mini, that's badass. I particularly like this little dude, the skeleton, as well. He's particularly cool. Right, we've got some Blood Angels red. That'll do the jobby. And we literally just pick one up, have a look at it, and go, we're going to put any red on you? Should we put any red on you? She's got a bird on her arm, so I'm pretty sure her dress we will have as... No, she doesn't. Oh, tell you what I could do. I could do the flesh tones. That's what I'll do. Because they've all got that. Where are my flesh tones? Where are you? Guilliman flesh tone. Ah, this might be, I think, the best of the contrast paints. It's one of the only ones I could sit there and honestly just say, yeah, I could leave that one and done. One of the cool things about painting these is obviously in the stories they'll turn up somewhere. Some of them will be characters that we're playing, some of them will be characters we're not playing, you know, etc, etc. So I just keep, new one turns up and I'm like, ooh, I wonder what they're going to be. Oh, contrast paints, let me count the ways I love thee. Time saving just doesn't go far enough to describe how fantastic I think contrast paints can be. Can be, I will preface. They're not perfect. They're not the be all end all. But used right, oh, they are a lifesaver. And you know what? At 15mm, they might actually live up to their one and done, you know, kind of way that they were sold on GW. You actually probably could, with a lot of 15mm stuff, be perfectly happy with the result of one coat of a bit of contrast. Oopsie. Oopsie. Whoopsie daisy. What a bizarre phrase that is. It couldn't sound much more pathetic if it tried, could it really? Oopsie daisy. I can't believe that somewhere in the next, well, Sam Healy from Mythic Games said on those live Q&A the other day that Europe was still unlikely to get their Joan of Arc pledges in before the end of the year, which really sucks, but hey ho, it is what it is. But when it does arrive, my good Christ, have I got a lot of stuff coming. I can't wait to play it. I really can't. I can't wait to see some of it. I love 15mm terrain. Like, all the buildings in it look just so cool. Actually might use a little bit of flesh wash on them, actually, yeah. Now that I think about it. I don't know what this old boy is, but he's certainly an interesting thing. I'm not really sure what it is he's got. I think it's like a sort of smoking. It's almost like he's carrying like a smoking cauldron-y kind of thing, and he's a very curious looking fella. Demon, you don't need any. You're fine. Might have a little bit of flesh tone on him actually. blend into some grey. A knight in shining armour. No flesh on you, dear boy. Last one, beautiful angel. That was a weird end to that bit of song. Sounded like a lawnmower was driving past me. It's alright. Oh yeah, I was going to do some on these rats, wasn't I? Have I missed any more tails? Oh, yeah, there's one. Is that a rat tail? Is that a rat tail? No, it's not. It's a rat paw. More cheeky tails. Extra splash on them. It's quite good that they're being grey first because I don't want them to be too fleshy, you know, just that a little bit, just breaks it all up a bit, you know. Now how you, God, you still got loads of drying to do. Well, I think on that front then, might call it a night now that I know I've got this lead on the way, and hopefully actually be able to have this working the entire stream, not for just the first 20 minutes. So thank you, Tony, as always. Anybody who has watched or is watching now, has watched afterwards, thank you very much. All the best. What camera am I looking at? I'm looking at you. There you are. Yeah, thank you very much for Tony coming in and having a chat. Always appreciate it when I'm doing something like this. Always, it's very, very kind of you to just pop in and have a natter with me. And if you're watching after the fact, awesome. Thank you very much. All the best. See you all later. Bye.